Well, there you have it. We're at the credits. A little bit of an awkward credit scene we have right here. I remember this being awkward when I played it so many years ago, but, you know, it's all good. Mount Hellas, again, another major Zestiria reference. I believe at the end of Zestiria, and it's absolutely garbage, makes no sense plot. The entire end game of it is to... Mount Hellas is actually turned into a malevolent dragon by malevolence by the Lord of Calamity, and then the entire point is for the protagonist of Zestiria to defeat the Lord of Calamity and then purify Mount Hellas so that he's no longer corrupted by malevolence. And it turns out Mount Hellas, who was corrupted and needed to be saved in Zestiria, is Laufeyset from this game. I do really love that Laufeyset becomes Mount Hellas and that he uses the Silver Flame to like restore Dial and Kamoana and Medusa and all them and everyone else. Really, really good. I'm not a huge fan of the Velvet ending. It's like neat that they're like, oh, Velvet and Inomi not like consume each other infinitely to like create an equilibrium. But as we all know, I always prefer happier endings, and Velvet essentially dying or just like cursing herself to oblivion forever. It's kind of lame. So I kind of hate that for Velvet. Honestly, I would have rather her like died in some fashion instead of being some infinite loop of consumption, but I'm not a huge fan of that because that's not really like my preferred. I'm fine with like a bittersweet ending, but Velvet's is like really final, like her and Innominat are just like in purgatory forever, kinda. It's a lot different than, spoilers for Tales of Zestiria, than Zillia's ending where like Mila is separated from everyone, but then they still explicitly give a moment of Jude being like, I'll fix this one day and see you again and all that, like that's his goal, kinda, and then you can kind of just like think whatever you want from there, basically. So, I like parts of the ending. There are parts of the ending that I wish would have been a little different and whatnot. I do really love that Rokuro remains a demon. I think that that's really cool, that even after the Silver Flame and all, he's like, didn't fix me. I'm just too awesome for that. But, yeah, so, you know, definitely what they were going for was really bittersweet. They didn't want Velvet to like have a happy ending because she did bad stuff a lot throughout the game, which I get it, but at the end of the day, I want happy endings at the end. I played the game for 60 hours. I really like Velvet as a character. I want there to be a happy ending at the end, but, you know, it is what it is and whatnot. Overall, still a really good ending, but, yeah. So there you go. Tales of Berseria is amazing. Really, really fun game. It's got some issues. I like the enhance and dismantle mechanic in the game, but I feel like they make it way too grindy. It's too finicky to actually get... It's too grindy to like use it effectively throughout the game, which is annoying because you saw I was trying to make use of enhancing and dismantling, and we never really got to more than like plus 10 at a time, and we would constantly have to switch out for other weaponry. I love the mastery stuff. I love switching weaponry around. My only real complaint is that it takes too much work to enhance equipment. Equipment should be much easier to enhance. And if it were, I think I would enjoy it a lot more as a result. I love these little images. I think some of these images we're getting, like that one right there, are like what-if scenarios. That's like Aizen and Ifrit and Velvet and Laufeyset, like the original Laufeyset, if they had a happier life, which is cute. Do any Berseria characters show up in other Tales games? Yeah. Aizen and Zavid both show up. What is that dog barking about? Shut up! I don't even know if my mic picked that up, but I'm sick of these dogs barking today. But, dog! Hey! I'm gonna mute for a second. Alright, hopefully he shuts up now. But, Aizen and Zavid show up in Zestiria, and, there's a Tales of game that has a cameo of Berseria characters I'm not gonna spoil. But, anyways. Really good game. I wish enhancing was better designed. Oh, Rokuro and Shigure both talking to each other. Yeah, this is just a bunch of what-ifs if Velvet and Laufeyset had a better life. Which is, cute. But, yeah. So, mainly, what am I saying? Oh, there's Oscar and Teresa. The enhancing I wish was done better. The stun mechanic for getting souls, I wish there was a little bit... You can do it with dodging as well to get souls to drop. But I think the game does rely a little too much on the stun mechanic. with getting stun hits to get souls back, and then when you get stunned, you're really screwed if you get stunned. So, I wish it didn't focus on that quite as much as it does. I think it's fine, but I think the game could have been better if they didn't rely on the stun mechanic quite as much. But, yeah, those are really my only minor complaints with the game, honestly. Everything else about the game is pretty great. It's fun gameplay. I like code reds. I like mastering skills. I like enhancing and dismantling. I just think that it takes way too much work to make it, like, reasonably usable throughout the game, which is unfortunate. But, you know. Everything else I really love. Some of the best skits in the game. Rokuro, Eleanor, Aizen, and Velvet are 4 of, like, the best main cast characters in the Tales of franchise. They're some of the best. I absolutely adore them all. Laphicet, he's cool. He's fine. I don't love him. I don't dislike him at all. He's all right. He's pretty good. And then Magilu is fine. I'm pretty sure I, like, hated Magilu when I played the game back in 2016, but I didn't really mind her in this playthrough. She's fine. I was probably too harsh on her back in the day when I was first playing, but I definitely don't love her. I know a lot of people really like Magilu. I don't really like Magilu. I could take her or leave her, but I don't, I don't like hate her. Like, there are some Tales of characters that I just actively dislike, and I don't really actively dislike Magilu. I just don't really care about her, like, at all. So there you go. Look at all those other Tales of games that were referenced. You love to see it. So yeah, I think that pretty much covers everything about how I feel about the game, to be honest. Definitely, like, at worst, a 9 out of 10 game. Like, at the absolute worst, a 9 out of 10 game. I love Tales of Berseria. It is fantastic. And we still have more to go. The playthrough isn't over. It did take us about 3.5 hours, by the way. We're at about the 3.5 hour mark on finishing the dungeon and getting through the boss, and now we're in the credits. But I don't think these credits are too long, so we shouldn't have to skip them or anything. We still have the post-game to do. The post-game dungeon should now be available to us. I don't think we're going to go straight to it. We still have a lot of side quests to do. We have to finish up the Magilu Menagerie stuff. I know there's a side quest for Rokuro we haven't done yet. I think there should be one for Eleanor. We have the cooking side quest for Velvet that I never even did in my original playthrough. We're going to do in this one. We have to do the stuff with Zavid. We have to do the stuff with the Nordal. We have to finish the Omega Elixir for Laphicet's side quest. It sounds like a lot, but it really shouldn't be, to be honest. I think, what was I saying? I keep losing my train of thought because I'm just overwhelmed by the end of the game. Oh, there's, if Arthur or if Celica hadn't died, and there's her and Arthur's child. I really do love Artorius rather, by the way. Artorius is one of the best antagonists in the Tales of franchise. I honestly, like, he is probably the best except for Gaius in Xillia 1. I think Gaius from Xillia 1 is his only, look, it's me, I'm in the credits. All fans of the Tales of series, it's me. But I do think that Artorius is one of the best, probably my second favorite antagonist in the Tales of franchise. His ending was so good. I love the use of the why do birds fly throughout the game. I love his answer. I love Velvet's answer. I love other people trying to answer it throughout the game and whatnot, and Artorius either being impressed or disappointed by what they say. Just great stuff. Really loved Artorius' ending. That bit where Velvet stabs him with his own sword at the very end was also fantastic. Really good stuff. Just really, really good stuff. So, great game. Fantastic game. I love Tales of Berseria. I would heavily recommend it to anyone that wants to get into Tales of. I think it is one of the best entry points. This and Tales of Arise are probably the 2 best entry points. Hello, cutscene.
This is not the end of chaos. It is the beginning. Mankind will go on fighting without end. Just as they did. people will still spread their wings to seek the horizon. Just as they did. For every laugh, there will be tears. But the hate they may embrace will be matched by love. This world is cruel and unforgiving.
Hey, come on.
Even the gods themselves don't know what the future will bring. Nevertheless, I will always believe in them, Velvet. In humanity, both strong and weak. In humanity, both fearsome and kind. The day will finally come when your dream becomes reality. Until then, I will kindle a flame within me, burning strong and bright. And I will live!
And there you have it. Congratulations on completing the game! You can now save your data and later load it to continue playing from just before the final battle. That's what we'll be doing. Additionally, NG Plus is now available. I already had NG Plus. I've beaten this game before. I platinumed it. I would like to save my data. Thank you. Great game, man. Great game. I love seeing Rokuro. I think Rokuro had Shigure's Stormhowl there at the end, maybe. It was kind of hard to tell, but it looked really similar to it. So, awesome that he switches to using two great swords. Using the Kuragane Stormquell with Stormhowl. Really awesome. Or no, did they snap Stormhowl in half? No, they didn't. It didn't get snapped in half, did it? Maybe if it did, he recovered it. He, like, fixed it. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure that no, it didn't get snapped in half because they stabbed it in the ground where Shigure died, right? I don't remember. Back to the title screen. Did the living armor guy revive without a head? No, because he turned himself into a sword. He's still a sword. Did you miss that part of the game? It was a really big moment when Kuragane turned himself into a sword. Also, yes, for the other person in chat, Aizen cannot be seen anymore. They said that without Inomi not specifically doing his resonance to everyone as he had been, Malakim wouldn't be visible except to people with really high resonance. So only very few people can see him and Laufey, etc. We've got about another hour and a half, so we're gonna get jumping on the post game. Let's get going. We can get a lot done today. Fantastic game. Amazing game. I can't wait to wrap up all of the post-game stuff. We have a lot of side quests to do, so some more cool... Why can I not get this one special from Konono Island? Thank you, Reaper class. Ah, this music. Can I Denor bottle? I sure can. Take me straight to the Danan Highway. Thank you. Hi there. Is there something you need to tell me?
Oh no, this is bad. Catastrophic now. What am I going to do? Hey, Velvet, what's a cat's doing all the way out here?
And she's in quite a state at that. definitely odd. Maybe she's had a bit too much catnip.
Don't act like you don't have a paw in this. Meow Killerus is going crazy right meow.
Do you think that's because I woke up the Empyreans?
You think? Of course it is, meow. Take some personal responsibility.
My, it must be quite the scene to make a cat so, furious.
Well, it's not my problem. I'm no hero, and no friend of the cats.
So then you're a villain? A dog lover, perhaps? Come on! She looks like she's in real trouble. Positively, meow. Alright, fine. Just go to Mount Killerus and I'll give you a cat's towel.
A cat's towel? I don't know what that is, but I want one. Let's help her out, Velvet. We owe it to her.
I suppose. I swear everyone's such a sucker for cats.
Get to the crater and you'll see what's going on. Hurry! Meow.
What makes this cat's towel so unique?
It just looks like a normal cloth to me. Maybe there's more to it. It did belong to a cat's.
Huh. I cannot say why, but I have this sudden urge to leave everything else behind and wear only this towel.
Please don't.
Oh, if you insist. I guess even demons have some lines they shouldn't cross.
Yes, definitely.
That's enough, you two. Let's just start heading to Mount Killerhouse.
So, Hot Spring outfit for Rokuro. This is the start of the post-game dungeon. This is the game telling you, hey, go to Mount Killerhouse to do the post-game dungeon. Is what that is. But we have so many other things to do, so I think we will not start with the, I wonder where this green Nordal is at. Yeah, crater atop Mount Killerhouse. We're not going to start the post-game dungeon today. We will probably start it next stream. I want to get as many side quests done as we can. So we want to go to Renede, Stonebury, and Yassault. Take me to Renede. And we have the bottomless bottles now to just fast travel a lot, which is very pog. Think of all the character cards we can play, chat. It's going to be my last opportunity to be playing character cards. Fine. Hey there, kid.
Wow, is that Longdow's dust? That's one of the Omega Elixir ingredients. You found it! You really found it!
Yeah, it's proof your research is right.
Thanks! I've just managed to translate the description of the second ingredient. Here, take this and... Whoa.
What's wrong? Your face is red.
Hey, you're burning up.
It's fine. I'm pretty much always running a fever.
That makes it even worse. We need to get you home so you can rest up.
But I'm still translating the recipe.
You heard me.
Alright. She's scary. Is she your sister or something, Laffy said?
Well, it's kind of a long story.
Oh, okay. Well, you seem to have a pretty complicated life.
Do you think he's always that sick?
Wouldn't surprise me. I was weak when I was a kid, too.
He's probably been like this since he was born. That must be why his parents named him Videl. It means to live.
Huh. I never thought about that.
Luffy said is like that too. It means one who lives.
One who lives.
And he wants to be an explorer when he grows up. I feel sorry for him.
But if he drinks the Omega Elixir, I think he can get better. When he sets off on his adventures, will you let him aboard the Von Eltia, Eisen?
I suppose I could cut him a deal.
You'd charge him?
I'm a pirate, kid. Comes with the territory. But I promise you, I won't charge him too much.
I suppose that'll have to do.
One who lives. I did not know that Laphicette's name had meaning behind it.
Didn't mean much in the end. I poured my soul into getting him through, but he's still dead all the same. Hope. What a waste.
You really think it was pointless?
What else am I supposed to think? It won't bring him back.
That's rough. That's rough. Also, Eisen being like, no free rides, ever, for anyone. I love it. What are you up to?
Is it true that more demons are appearing in other towns? And that some exorcists have suddenly lost their powers?
Yes, I'm afraid it is.
Is everything going to be all right?
Leave her alone, son. You're bothering the exorcist.
I just wanted to know how other places were doing.
In every city, The frequent demon attacks have endangered lives, caused chaos, and hindered travel and trade. Farms have been hit hard, and harvests are delayed. It's certain that there will be food shortages before long.
I thought as much. Well then, that settles it.
Settles what?
I'm going to plant an orchard and some vegetable fields. We've been lucky. We've been spared the worst of it. Also, the soil here is rich and suited for farming. I can't fight the demons, but I can help stabilize the food supply. I want to do what I can to help.
That's wonderful to hear. I'm rooting for you with all my heart.
You know, if you're starting a farm, you're going to need someone at your side.
Oh, here we
Would
go.
you please stop bringing that up?
No. If you're serious about this, I want to do everything I can to find you a match. So on that note, how about it? He's a good boy. You don't have to marry him right away. You can take it slow.
Sorry, I'm kind of married to my work.
A shame. Well, what about you? The scary girl over there.
Who are you calling scary?
My apologies, miss.
Hey, aren't you forgetting someone?
No way! I mean, love, marriage, that's not important right now. Besides, I have a date with these saplings.
He chose a tree over me.
Yeah, I agree with his choice. That velvet yell was so good. I was not prepared for that. Oh my goodness, that was funny. I liked that. Poor Eleanor just cannot stop getting hit on. No matter what. It just never ends.
You want me in?